Well, it's about time to get into our first series, our first game. It's going to be Rebel and Team Queso. They're going to be hopping in on Regency control. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It really is. Look, Team Queso, as we said, they stick together through thick and thin. Team Queso was a team that we called a bracket buster team heading in to the spring major, or the summer major, excuse me, and they very well could have been that bracket buster team, but they ended up falling a little bit short. Rebel, though, have clearly had their shortcomings. However, now Demon is back. And I do want to take note, we went through all four of the rosters. Something to take note of, guys, is the fact that 3 out of the 4 rosters were in fact undefeated on the bracket, okay? They've all played 4 series, but in terms of the only loss, that was actually from Outcast. They ended up dropping 1 map. I don't know what that map was. I don't know what went down, to be quite honest with you. Jacob, I know you've been kind of, peeking in on certain scrims and things like that. Maybe you'd be more educated there. But as far as Team Queso, Rebel, and United, they have yet to drop a map. But enough about that. Let's get into the action, baby. Gears is back.
Back underway. Identivez going to go and get the M-Bar. You got exclusive. Getting that shock grenade. Both teams kind of trading off blow for these quick eliminations. This is kind of what we've seen throughout Season 2 when this map was definitely introduced. A lot of teamwork, those narrow passageways, but we know those power weapons as Identivez lands another clean one, taking out Sleeper, can really pack a punch, a big impact. ReziK, he's going to go ahead and get a big flank onto SuMuNs. He's going to get taken out. Frags from Demon. Return is underway. The debut return, I should say. Crack's going to go down. They're trying to be the hero all about, but no eliminations are falling away of Rebel just yet. Crack's gonna get taken out. He was the hero that Identivez needed, and honestly, that was a play keeping the M-Bar alive.
Yeah, Identivez, one more shot to his name. Let's see if he's able to connect as Team Queso looks to continue to go for the break. Identivez does connect onto exclusive. Rebel looking as if they want to maybe rotate out. It's only 20 seconds remaining. Is it worth it to push this? I think it is worth it just to get the eliminations, but they're kind of pinned up, really, and they finally make a break for it. They looked as if they are going to have control of the next spawns, Jacob. That's going to be great for them. The only person to challenge at the moment is going to be exclusive, but he's about to drop, and there he goes. SuMuNs with the Lancer Fire exclusive, caught out in the open. Rebel, despite taking an early loss off that first hill, look as if they might be able to recover on the second.
You got to make sure you go and anchor that backside, which they already do, and then you can see the rotation coming through for Team Queso. They're going to attack the spawn side of the map first. That's going to be the low side. And this is where they're going to try and maybe even throw some fakes at it. They know the M-Bar is going to be up. They know the shock grenade, the frag grenades are going to be up soon as well. So it's about choices. And Team Queso, with a big lead, they're going to go ahead and try to push towards the hill yet again. And if they don't like what they see, they could back off. They could try to play for the M-Bar. Probably about 15 seconds left. And just judging by no moves being made just yet, I was about to say they might try to fall back for it, but ReziK just gets a little bit ahead of himself. Sleeper goes down. Cristalize falling. Revive being forced out of all Team Queso. Exclusive, the Shining Hope. He gets that elimination, which breaks through an open window of opportunity from Team Queso, not only to thrive, but stay alive in this situation.
Fantastic break from Team Queso, and exclusive continues to pop off. Well done. He'll finally drop, but still, though, you got a couple of Team Queso members starting to funnel in, but ReziK, he's going to choose to maintain his life, get out with the M-Bar. 4 more shots. SuMuNs, though, looking to punish him, but ReziK, though, all the wiser, is going to take him down and out. Demon will pick up those fresh frags. Team Queso says enough is enough on that second. Let's move to third. They've got to strike here while the iron is hot, but you notice Rebel once again rotating earlier. I love this from Rebel, Jacob. When we were watching them in the last phase towards the tail end of the season, obviously they were struggling. The rotations weren't looking crispy. Identivez, Crack were definitely having their pop-off moments, but this time around, Rebel seems to be playing much better as a team.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of these players, they do have experience with one another. From Pittsburgh Knights, you had SuMuNs, Identivez. I believe Crack was there when Dezenide was not. So they're going to go ahead and build onto that chemistry. But ReziK, one of the biggest threats onto Team Queso here, putting that M-Bar to use, almost gets another one. But they're going to pick up those eliminations either way, stagger those deaths out, and continue to gain what is left onto this hill, which is 60 seconds, a full hill up for grabs for Team Queso. So it's going to be up to Rebel. They have an ample amount of time here, and the deficit isn't too much considering this is still the early portions of the game. So they can kind of make any move that they want without any real fear of falling down too deep because they're already behind. If they go ahead and let them get away with this hill, it's just no difference right now in trying. 4 players trying to brute force their way through. Smoke, splashes, everything dished out. Exclusive is going to hold the line, taking out SuMuNs. Demons, though, gets the trade. He's going to fall to ReziK. That's going to be back-to-back for ReziK. And I said, this is a player to watch out for. This is a player you really have to plan for.
So this is, I want to see how this 1v1 plays out. ReziK will drop. Crack, though, is gone. The refresh from Team Queso with exclusive is in. That retake was pretty telling. Now, granted, Rebel doesn't really get any points. Team Queso also doesn't get too many points here. They're going to get the tell in, right? Just 20 or so. Rebel, once again, rotating early. They've been consistently doing that. But from what I'm seeing, though, Jacob, Rebel, even though they're rotating early, it doesn't mean that they're maintaining the hills. Team Queso is doing a great job at overtaking, so that's one of the things to kind of keep note of. And Team Queso's retake ability is something that Rebel is going to have to fight hard against. It's not enough just to rotate and be the first one on the hills. You also have to maintain it. Clearly, Team Queso knows what they need to do to edge out Rebel once they get to the hill.
Yeah, all that damage is fine and dandy, but if you can't clean up those eliminations, it's almost all for nothing. And ReziK yet again getting that down, almost trying to get the cleanup. Big flank, another double kill. And you wonder why Team Queso is breaking through the defenses time and time again. It is this man right here, ReziK, the tip of the spear. Exactly what they need. He's going to be back down just a little bit from Identivez, but he's not going to back down very far, trying to hold every inch that he possibly can, making sure that is going to be fought for by the side of Rebel. Finally getting angled out, though. He is going to fall, and that's going to give Rebel some hope here. They get the top half of the map as well. They clean up the middle portion, so that's going to give them full control. A possible 50 seconds up for grabs total on the hill with 40 seconds left. And that's just depending on how much they want to grab. So they're still going to be trailing 20, 30, maybe even 40 points. So they're going to have to think of something here. They can't get content. They can't begin to give up that momentum.
No, they can't, because Team Queso is nipping at their heels. Great connection from Identivez with the nade onto Sleeafer. Cristalize, he's got to push through. So does exclusive. Great Lancer fire and team fire from SuMuNs and Crack. You also had the off angle from Demon. ReziK trying to get an off angle to just sneak his way in. He's not going to happen. Great hold from Rebel. That's going to secure now not only the scrap time, but also the majority of that 30 seconds that we saw Team Queso trying to pressure in on. Team Queso is going to take this opportunity to set up early, and I think this is only the second time that we've seen Team Queso take priority on the new hill.
Yep, it's usually them kind of playing deep or playing some sort of offense to try to bull force their way through. So we're gonna have to see a different side of Team Queso here in terms of the team that's gonna have to play a little bit of defense. They're not going to have ReziK to go wild. You see SuMuNs going to be picking up that M-bar. Players stacked towards the backside. So you're going to see some flashes go off to try to cloud. You're going to see some flashes to try to separate some players. But the shot grenade in Sleeafer's hand could be all the difference. As long as it is placed correctly. Finally, he's going to go and try to cloud these players out. Separation's going to be there. Crack all by himself, but the down's going to come through. No elimination just yet, but he gets one finally taken out. Demon's going to fall as well. So a 2v2 is going to ensue. It might even be a 2v1 with ReziK being the last hope. He is going to fall. Everybody gets wiped out, and that was an offense. That was a retake that Rebel absolutely needed with 40 seconds left on the clock, and it's up to them here. They can grab the majority of this time. They can gain the lead. They can get rather close, or they can try to bait Team Queso in and get the next rotation over. And you can see that's already kind of going down, or at least being toyed with towards the top half of the map.
This is going to be a placeholder for Rebel. Great connection onto ReziK. SuMuNs takes it from Identivez, which Identivez has been nasty with the M-bar, but fair enough. SuMuNs looking to take the reins. That's 2 in a row. One more shot. It's currently 2 for 2, at least since we hopped on board with him from his perspective. Correct. Spotting ReziK around the corner. He's going to go ahead and stagger that one out. And Rebel might be on the come up here. Team Queso is going to need to be careful. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Rebel. I really am, Jacob.
Yep, you have 2 of Gears of War's most historic singles players and Identivez and SuMuNs on the same squad. They're doing a good job here of keeping this one close, but now I need to see that individuality turn into teamwork here to try to take over the game, because on paper, you look at this roster, they're full of superstars. They have multi-time champions on their team. They have one of the Latin American champions in Identivez. Now it's about piecing it together as a full-on roster. Another retake to go through. 2v2 towards the bottom half of the map. Great flank from Demon yet again. Make it a 3v2 thanks to him, but Identivez gets taken out. They haven't finished up the job yet. ReziK is doing a good job of staying alive. He's gonna fall. Rebel gets the spawn point towards the bottom half of the map. Identivez is instantly back into the game. They're gonna go ahead and lose SuMuNs, but they still got a 3v3 with possibly a 3v4 depending on how long they take here.
All right, we're with Rebel having spawn control and having that back in. This could be a distinct advantage from them. Team Queso's got to be careful here. ReziK picks up the fresh inbar. This is an important hold for the boys of Team Queso. If they can hold on this and stop Rebel from pushing in and retaking the hill, they're going to take a tremendous lead, but it looks as if that is going to be all but done for. 30 seconds remain. Rebel still on the outside. Did I say it was done with? Well, not just yet. I like that ReziK and co was sticking the hill and just putting up a fight, not allowing Rebel to get any of the points, or at least not as many as they probably could have. Team Queso is going to keep the lead no matter, even if Rebel continues to hold on to this hill. But regardless though, Rebel, they've got to fight back. They've got to make it happen. Look on the right side. Outcast, E-United currently playing, fighting it out. E-United on the verge of taking map number 1, and Powers popping off as he normally does. TJ last alive, though. It looks as if Outcast might fight tooth and nail for this final hill. Scavsy will get the break, so the round's going to at least continue a little bit, but Outcast look as if they're in trouble.
Yeah, with only 12 seconds needed, they can continue to attack the hill. If you're E-United, you have chance after chance, and even if this falls does fall below 12 seconds, you're going to just inch yourself closer, so they have to fight for every single second, just like they're doing. But Lava, one of the players we were talking about, superstar, multi-time champion through many different Gears of War titles, does it again. Back-to-back hills to defend the hill, but over 116 seconds they have to go before they score 12 on the side of E-United. Powers getting one, going ahead and getting a second down onto Cells. This could be the final straw that broke the camel's back as they continue to push forward. TJ getting some down. E-United have put that final nail in the coffin to take on map number 1, barring any miracles from Scavsy, but honestly, they don't going to be able to break through. Yep, E-United come out hot, take map number 1 against Outcast. And that's going to be a great start. Something that we were kind of keeping our eye on for the big roster change during the offseason, retiring Explosive and Praise. They're already looking good.
I'm going to say this right now, and you can quote me on this. You can, I don't know, clip this. You can use it against me, but you're not going to be able to, because I'm going to be 100% correct. Look, E-United is going to be deadly this phase. I promise you. The addition of TJ, of course, the addition of Demise, like, these boys are hungry. Kenny and Powers, they're going to be on a different level. I promise you, E-United is going to once again be that championship roster. That's not me feeding into the hype. That's me believing in TJ and Demise. I promise you. Regardless, though, back on board. When we did that picture Rebel, as I was talking about, right, they were behind about 30 or so points, but Team Queso has given up a little bit of that lead. They will hold on to it, but not by much. At this point, it's anybody's game to win. Team Queso trying to hold on. Sleeafer with the inbar up close, misses the shot. He's going to get out angled by SuMuNs. Team pickups in. ReziK looks to pop off, can't make it happen. Cristalize by himself now in a 1v2 exclusive on the outside looking in. He's gone. He's about to be pincered. Tough situation to be in, and Rebel, they're going to get some valuable points.
That was just scary. That was like a nightmare to look at when you're exclusive, trying to stay alive, running back, and then you see the 2 players spawn there. That was a Team Queso sandwich. Just Team Queso. That was a grilled cheese, if I might say so for myself, as Rebel now has a 10-point and counting lead. It's going to be Team Queso. They're trying to break through. Quick downs, quick crosses coming from Rebel. They're trying to defend the throne here, but they break through. SuMuNs going to go down. Cristalize goes down, but the cleanup is coming through. The only eliminations are Rebel members getting taken out. Demon is trying to hold the line here. He's able to get it down onto 1, which is big. He's going to clean it up, not allowing that revive to come through. He knows his life is counted. The numbers is limited, and he finally is going to fall. That lead is going to fall back on board at Team Queso. But if you look at the minimap, perfectly executed by J-Ribs, our observer on the scene. You're seeing where the rotations are coming through. You're seeing the weapons, and you know Rebel is going to have to defend here. 2-second lead from Team Queso. Might have called it a tie ball game at this point.
Ooh, yeah, it's definitely getting tight here, guys. Team Queso barely with the lead, consistent. I don't think Rebel's overtaken the lead once, if I'm not mistaken, because they took that early loss off of the first hill to second hill. They did recover, but they still didn't take the lead. So Team Queso's been leading overall. Rebel, though, is nipping on the hills, just 2 points behind. Funny enough, they were 2 points or 1 point behind in the last hill, so that's just how close it is. Sleeper getting that inbar, though, is going to hurt. Just got to pick off these back pillar players. They can do so. They'll be able to work their way down to the left, and he sees ahead, can't connect, goes for the, he held off on the second, fair enough though, but the boys are coming in, and this is going to be a big hold for Rebel. If they allow Team Queso to break this hill, which they did off the first rotation, Jacob, Rebel could be facing a loss, but right now they're looking okay.
Identivez risking his life, gets the down on the 1, unable to get the cleanup though. Identivez goes down. Only a down to come through. SuMuNs just trying to do what he can, but they're just getting staggered out left and right. Finally, Team Queso is going to go ahead and swarm. 2 more eliminations in the book. Demon trying to catch a sneaky elimination, but he's going to go ahead and get toppled over 30 seconds right now. That is going to be the lead for Rebel. There's not enough time on this hill for Team Queso to get that lead right back, considering you have to rotate simultaneously. That was a big elimination by Crack, but you need to take note of where ReziK is going to spawn here on this map. He's going to get that top half spawn. He's going to get ready to push that top drone. That is where the next hill should begin to start to rotate through. So that could be a blessing in disguise. He gets his utility back, gets all his ammo back, and he's positioned with a teammate here. So another hard defense needed for Rebel here. 75 seconds is going to be coming up for both of these teams.
All right, here we go. This might be the final hill, depending on how successful one is. I do think we're going to be going to another hill. This isn't going to be the final hill like it typically is, but what do I know? We'll definitely see. Kill feed lighting up blue. Well done. You can see how aggressive Crack is getting, taking the fight to ReziK. ReziK kind of overextends himself, getting a little bit too greedy, trying to take Crack down, but Crack kind of baited him into the team fire of Rebel. Well done. And at this point, Rebel is going to be very, very close to taking the victory. SuMuNs with the 2-piece. That's huge because now the backside is protected.
Oh my God, that's kind of what he's known for. This 1v1 player just prolonging rounds, prolonging moments, buying time. He has no business buying. Demon's gonna go find another one slipping. You can almost sense the desperation from Team Queso right now. They're just getting eliminated one by one by one. Cristalize goes down, and I think that is gonna be it. Yeah, GG is in the books. The new look Rebel coming out hot, winning map #1, inching themselves one step closer to qualifier #1 final.
Well done. You know, hey, there's a lot of loose ends I think they still need to tie up, but honestly, that was the best look from Rebel we've seen in quite some time. Demon.
Amen to that.
Look at that. MVP to start it off. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's Demon time once again. The man popping up 26 assists. My goodness.
I'm just waiting for that made to pre-order shirt from Rebel. Demon time across the chest. I need to go ahead and get me one. I was saying I need to get me one. Honestly, if Rebel did not send me a jersey by the end of the season, I'm gonna be a little disappointed.
I know he's not sending me
I need
one.
Identivez on the back though. If he does get me, I need Identivez on the back. I'll be wearing that every single pro league because I have a feeling about this roster, Taylor.
Left screen is going to be Team Queso and Rebel. Power issues seem to be worked out, and they are underway. And look at the kill feed. My goodness, all red. ReziK last alive. He's gone. That's a team ace going to Rebel, and I think that might have been round 1, and yes, it was. Rebel leads 1-0.
Yep, not missing too much in this exchange. So we kind of saw the majority, if not all, of map #1. You kind of see the ending of that round. And honestly, Demon back into his 1v1 spot down low. And this is one of those maps Rebel was kind of beginning to find themselves on as a team when they were beginning to progress towards the top half of the standings, looking like a threat, even going into that major. So hopefully they can pick up where they left off. Demon, a very, very tough presence towards the bottom half of the map. And now that he's back, a lot of his oppositions are going to be able to feel that presence. But exclusive ReziK have different plans. They want to try to neutralize Demon down early. They go and get that positioning, but quick rotations from the rest of the roster. They're trying to attack the middle. They got Cristalize down, getting first blood, and what a great rotation from Rebel early on.
Yeah, well done. Rebels rotations, whether it be from control that we've seen a little bit earlier to now, they've been doing a great job. I got to be honest with you. And Rebel, again, looking very talented. Demon's back in the roster, and they're starting to look scary. Nice shot, though, from SuMuNs. Lines it up perfectly to take down exclusive. It's now a 2v2.
Surprise. Ooh, almost connecting with that one. The torque bow from Rebel. I should say on the Rebel from ReziK. And honestly, though, ReziK has always been a threat with his torque bow. Even last season, a lot of the big moments from Team Queso, especially on Reactor, came from ReziK putting that torque bow to use. But it's definitely Demon time now. He's back, and he's ready to go here. It's 1v2 situation. No first bloods, but no deaths either to kind of back it up. This is going to be round #2, and you can already see where the hill is going to be placed at. He's trying to find as many utility, as much resources as possible. Shot grenade, possibly some frag grenades towards the top half of the map as he's just kind of chucking that shot grenade. He don't need it. He don't want it now. With a few short seconds left, he knows where his opposition is at for the most part. He knows where the hill is going to be. So now it's about executing. 30 seconds left. Uh-oh. He might not know.
They might not know. Oh yeah, just to the corner. We'll see. Oh nope, ReziK will blindside him. We definitely didn't know Demon wanted that. You could tell, man. He was moving in. He's like, I'm back. It's time to clutch up. We're on the broadcast, but then he gets sidelined by ReziK. But ReziK played that well. That first torque bow connection that he had, Jacob, to take down the player with the sniper on Rebel was paramount. Well done from him. If that sniper plays in, you never know. That could be the X factor just as much as the torque bow. So taking down that sniper player from Rebel, bringing it to a 2v1 pretty much sealed the deal and gave Team Queso a round win.
Big, but Demon doesn't back down from that presence. That's the thing. He's always pushing forwards. That way, if somebody kind of gives him an inch, he will take a mile. But Identivez going down early. Revive coming through. Someone's trying to even that one up. Flank coming through again. Demon going ahead and getting that. Was that a headshot on an exclusive? Identivez got Revive and go ahead and makes them pay already. ReziK. 1v3 situation. 1v3, man. Good luck with this one. His teammate Cristalize being baited out. He actually tapped up for a moment. Yeah, they're just baiting him out, saying, hey, come save him. Come save him. We'll let you get it.
ReziK by himself. This time, no torque bow to help him out in this moment. And Rebel's on the hunt. Identivez a bit of a roll there, but SuMuNs will eventually get the cleanup, and that's going to be around 4 Rebel. Well done. And I like what you said. Demon is a player that doesn't back down. He's going to continually push forward. He's so aggressive. That's what he's known for, but he does it so well. Granted, the only one to die during that round, but it's the thing of the matter is because you know he's pushing, like, you can't give him a position. You've got to at least taper him off somehow, or else he's going to be locking in a portion of the map. He's going to be locking in a power weapon. You never know what he's going to be able to do. And on this side, we know he's fighting for the torque bow, right? So he's deadly, but taking a little bit of Lancer damage off the start. He can't move up as confidently as he wanted to, but does he push ReziK? Maybe so. Maybe even ReziK pushes. Who knows?
That's been going out. ReziK forced to take a shot in order to dodge it, but Speyer's back. Sleeafer going down early. That's going to be first blood on over to Rebel. Cristalize stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's going to go down. Back-to-back kills for Rebel. Exclusive doing what he can, taking out Crack, but ReziK getting that elimination thanks to Exclusive is going to be the tying up right now. They have the sniper in hand, so they're not going to have an easy pickup opportunity onto that torque bow just yet. But if they can pay their numbers, they can play their cards right. They can create a distraction, possibly try to attack SuMuNs, keep his eye off the prize, and that could be enough for ReziK to go ahead and try to pick it up. It depends on how risky you're feeling here in this situation, especially since you took your eye off for a moment. Exclusive, and that's Identivez pushing up.
Wondered if SuMuNs shoots a shot and then Exclusive just goes full. Nope. Never mind. SuMuNs will take him down.
I mean, he shot the
instantly.
shot.
he did get the shot. He did get that shot. And he's going in for another one. I thought we were going to get a bit of a reaction, but ReziK tries to. ReziK's still alive. Now, I've given. No way ReziK does this. That's one. He's going in for the second. He won't make it happen, but my goodness, he did not go down without a fight. Well done to ReziK despite losing that round.
ReziK is just. ReziK is too good. ReziK is too good. Now you know me when I was kind of managing that Ghost roster. Why do you think I picked him up? Why do you think I picked him up and I made sure to take care of ReziK because I knew he was a superstar, man. That man is talented as can be, and honestly, there's a few things kind of holding him back. But I think this season is ReziK's season. As long as his team can kind of back him up, Team Queso, a lot of these teams are definitely on the rise.
Oh, without question. Look, there's 6 total Pro League spots to give away. I know people have still been asking. I'm just going to recap a little bit, but, you know, 4 of the top teams are here tonight, and we're giving away 4, or I shouldn't say giving away, but 4 spots will be earned in the Pro League from this qualifier. This is the first week. We have 2 more after. Things popping off on the left side, and that's going to be another round for Rebel, as they are up 4-1. They are steamrolling, at least from rounds 3 to 5. That's 3 in a row. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, United, you can tell, is up 4-2, but Outcast, they were down 4-1, but they managed to stay alive. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle from here, but things are developing quite well, it seems. We do have the sniper down in hell on Overlook, and naturally, that was most likely placed from Outcast, changing up the fight, but hey, they did win that round. TJ, though, looking to place maybe a drop shot or an M-bar up top. Regardless, though, United 1 round away. We'll see if Outcast can fight back. On board, though, with Tomb Execution. Once again, Sleeafer getting first blood.
Say who's trying to even that one up. Exclusive goes down as well. Only a down onto SuMuNs, but they're playing so close together. Him and Crack, a quick revive coming through. Reaction shots from Cristalize to even up the exchange. 2v2 as Sleeafer is just trying to hold on to that angle over that torque bow, not give up that free power weapon on over to Demon, but he continuously is getting marked out, and because of that, that allows Demon to pick it up. A 1v1 towards the other side of the map. Cristalize and Crack. Crack goes down. 1v2 for Demon yet again. Demon time is among us. Oh, almost getting that bow to connect there for a moment. They're trying to rotate, get in position for that hill towards the top half of the map. They're going to get that shot grenade, possibly some frags. They already have the sniper, so this is looking like a Team Queso round, barring any miracles or big plays from Demon.
Well, we saw ReziK almost pull off a miracle. Demon might be able to do the same here. It is definitely going to be a bit harder. You know, when you talk about the overtime hill being up top and also the utility Team Queso has, they have the shock, they've got the nades. It's a lot. Plus, the of course, you know, naturally, at face value, the additional teammate, right? It's a 2v1. So with all that, it's going to be hard for Demon to even pressure in, despite him picking up an elimination. I mean, he has to get it to a 1v1, but even so, you still got Sleeafer with the shock. So this is almost an impossible situation, but hey, Demon might be able to do this. Just going to have to find out if it's going to be the case. He gets a shock of his own. That's going to even up the odds a little bit, but nice body shot, but it's not enough to take him down.
Out towards the backside. He's going to be able to kind of... Oh, that's a frag. I would say.
He has a frag.
Be able to kind of squeak through. That's going to create a little bit of separation.
Oh, this is huge.
Flash damage to come through.
That's huge.
He gets that connection. Sleeafer, torque bow versus sniper. Demon time is among us. He's already put it to use. Multiple exchanges. Oh my God, Sleeafer's one of those players.
They're going.
You can't give it in. He'll take a mile. Both of these players, and he gets the connection. Demon does it for Rebel. Man, this guy is insane. He is exactly the piece of the puzzle that Rebel was missing.
And it was just seconds away for capturing for Team Queso. Gotta rewatch this. This was it. That shock to force Cristalize down low. He gets the splash damage and then patiently waits for the push, dodging at least 2 snipes there, and then gets the body shot. Well done from Demon. That shock was everything. Without that shock, Cristalize doesn't move. Demon doesn't win that overtime. Well done from him.
That was a big comeback victory for Demon in that exchange, going to the picture-in-picture. Identivez towards the top half of the map. Remember, E United's on map point for this one. Series point as well, so that one's going to end 3-0. E United over Outcast. They're going to advance to our qualifier #1 grand finals. But back into our main match. I know a lot of the chat's been kind of begging, asking for this one almost all night long. 2v3, though. Rebel's going to have an uphill battle against Team Queso.
Uphill battle indeed. Definitely not going to be easy, but Rebel's hungry. They really are. And Rebel wants to play against E United. Make no mistake. Think about it. If Rebel beats E United tonight, that would be a statement. But I don't know. It's definitely going to be hard without question. Big round, though, from Team Queso. They currently have the man advantage 3-2. And Sleeafer is going to pick up that additional shot crack, though. Trying to get a little bit sneaky move in. Does bait out the sniper shot. He's going to go ahead and back up. Can't have the frags just yet because Sleeafer is breathing down his neck with the snipe.
Even I clenched my butt cheeks right there when he was trying to line that one up. Sleeafer's one of those players, man. He's going to hit headshots with you rolling around, ducking around, diving around. But unfortunately, he didn't hit the one he needed on a Demon a few rounds ago. But another opportunity here. I'm trying to see who's alive. Cracking Demon. Demon with the torque bow. Shock grenades. This is... As much as I want to say Team Queso has the upper hand because they have shot grenades as well. They have snipers. They have the positioning, knowing it's going to be, I do believe, a down low hill. I see it. Frag grenades are still up. Ooh, connect. I say this one's scary.
Uh-oh. Crack. He's fearless. The shock's out. The panic shock really to just keep him at bay. Demon with the torque. Fires one out, doesn't connect just yet. Snipers also missed utility, or power weapons, excuse me, not getting the value that they needed, but the overtime hill is going to be captured, it seems, by ReziK. Nothing Rebel can do in that moment, and Team Queso will stay alive for a little bit longer. So many more rounds still to be won at this point in time, and those sniper shots need to connect. They really do, to get maximum value.
Yeah, I feel like the only real hope they had is if Demon's like charging that torque bow while wall bouncing around, try to put the torque bow onto the hill instead of the guy he attacked, and that to me is going to take more than just a debut match if Demon's going to try to pull that one off, even though he has clutched up with 1v2 already. With the odds not on their side, but Rebel once again on map point here, one step away from going up 2-0 in the series. Demon playing aggressive, getting first blood onto ReziK. He has Crack kind of reunited with Exclusive over the top. Demon immediately trying to put himself in a position to take out Exclusive. Even though he got the elimination, he's going to tie that one right back up and give the lead back to Rebel.
That's a big elimination to give that lead back, but an even bigger kill from Cristalize onto Identivez. And now the odds are evened up. It's a 2v2.
Enemy visual.
And Crack does have he went for it. If that connects, it's GG, you'd have to assume. And this might be GG now, as Cristalize will pick up Crack, challenges him up close, takes him out. And Demon now is by himself. This time around, though, Demon doesn't have a torque or any utility to work with.
Crack died there. What did you do? I saw Demon do it, man. I thought I could get away with it too right there. He knows he shouldn't have the torque bow out right there, but Demon can he do it again? Reflections. I don't know if my heart can take it. I've been pumped up on energy drinks, getting ready for this match, so I don't know, man. If he clutches this 1v2, you might have to cast a few on solo while Reese goes in and brings you back alive. But yeah, to get split up, this is not exactly... This is what Demon wants. He wants to split you up. He wants the 2 different 1v2 or 1v1s. But right now, I think his hope is going up against... who is that? Cristalize trying to run away. You don't want to try to attack the Sniper player because Sleeafer will run around and try to get those shots on you just like that. Another angle coming through. Cristalize trying to create as much separation as possible. Oh no! Oh no!
He's doing this.
He wasn't marked. No!
Yo! Oh my! Okay, I say thank goodness. Trust me, there's no one else who wants to see a clutch play from Demon once again than myself. But Team Queso, if they lose that round, Jacob, it is unequivocally because they split up. Now, I do got to ask you though. You got more experience when it comes to execution. Did that split make sense to you?
Not at all. But then again, they didn't split up before and he clutched anyway. So maybe it's just kind of trying to angle him out and try to solidify the win due to an elimination.
Throwing a dart out there, see if it sticks.
I was like, rather than hoping, he doesn't try to clutch on you again. So even though on paper that's not the right play, at the same time, if it didn't work once, you don't want to put all your eggs in that basket yet again. Demon getting ReziK to waste that flash grenade early, going and answering back with his own exclusive in towards the middle. He's a little wild. Identivez getting that first blood. Exclusive trying to even it up, taking down SuMuNs. They try to reunite towards the top half of the map, but back-to-back kills for Identivez here. He's going to roll around, juke, dive, stay alive here. Sleeafer's going to go down. It's all up to ReziK, and honestly, Demon's just wasting his time. Not wanting to give up that 1v1 scenario, and there it goes. Final nail in the coffin. Demon is going to take out ReziK with a little bit of help and take out the map overall. Rebel will go up 2-0 in the series against Team Queso.
The first bit of love being shown. Rebel giving it back. We know Latin America loves to showcase a little bit, and Rebel has every right to do so. Well done from them, and a beautiful job as a team, as a unit, man. Well done from SuMuNs, Demon, both picking up 9 eliminations in general. Demon obviously getting those clutches, those clutch plays, as everyone knows, and you included, Jacob, those clutch plays like Demon had in that 1v2 100% can give you more momentum if you didn't already have the momentum, or just, absolutely sway the momentum into your favor. And I think that's exactly what it did. Demon's here. He knows his purpose, and that purpose is to win, and win is what Rebel is doing.
Yep, and not only does it do all like what you said, it bolsters you on your side of things. It's a deflator. It takes out the mentality of your opponent. That was one of those situations with shot grenades. They had a frag at one point, a sniper. It's like yours in the bag, but you get separated by the shock. And that was a moment. I don't even know if I said it. I know I was thinking it. No matter what happens with that shot grenade, you need to stay together. He's not going to cap the hill. You have sniper, you have pistols, you have lancers. He's not going to get away with getting the capture off. You want to stick together and use your teamwork. He doesn't have any explosives, so you kind of let that one go through, and you plant that seed of doubt. And one seed after another being planted by Rebel, it's a forest of doubt in the minds of Team Queso, and they instantly take advantage. And that's what you got to do. Like I said, on paper, this is a very, very scary roster. And forget the paper, they're showing it here in Qualifier number 1.
Well, let's take a look at our maps and get everybody caught up. We did have that bit of a technical pause there with the internet issues, but as you can tell, Rebel is up 2-0 over Team Queso. The Regency control was a great one from both teams, in my opinion. Rebel was trailing behind all the way until the very last hill, where they were able to secure the victory, 302-52. Team execution, we just witnessed it. We just watched it. Rebel played that very, very well. Team Queso had some incredible moments, but overall, Rebel definitely takes the crown with the victory 6-3. And again, I can't stress it enough. Demon is back, everyone, and he is playing well. But we also had another series taking place. We had a chance to, kind of peek in on it from time to time. It was United versus Outcast. Outcast with Cell, Scavsy, Lava, and Thing 2. United with Kenny, Powers, TJ, and Demise. Obviously, ends a bit shorter than Outcast 1 at 3-0 with the victory coming out from United. And all 3 of those maps, Jacob, pretty dominant in the way of EU.
Yeah, there was few short moments. Some light peeking through the cracks for Outcasts, especially, in that map number 2 of Checkout, when they were able to kind of attack quick. A couple moments that we saw on training grounds, especially kind of started off. But overall, man, United is looking a scary, dominant team to make it this far. Surprisingly so, man. You lose explosive, you lose praise, you begin to wonder. I know I kind of even put a bait tweet out there myself saying, hey, they might pick up Icy, they might pick up Identivez. I think the Latin American crowd would have loved that one. I too would have loved it myself. But honestly, TJ and Demise, this is a very fantastic pickup. They already have a ton of chemistry, a ton of teamwork as a duo. They have very, very short stints with their teammates, with Kenny, with TJ, Powers with TJ. You know, TJ was somebody this roster looked after time and time again. You said it during the course of that match. He was kind of the guy they brought in to kind of replace Mental. Things didn't necessarily go their way for that season, but now they don't have to worry about replacing anybody. Now it's just the new United as they begin to find how their new play style is going to work, what roles, and honestly, this would put a big pressure. I wouldn't put pressure on Kenny Bounce. Maybe that's the wrong word, but he's going to have to step it up as the IGL for this squad. He has the most experience. Usually you kind of look explosive for that, but now it's going to be Kenny Bounce kind of shining and bringing that light to the squad, the experience, the IGL. He's going to have a lot of young slayers to kind of toy with and figure out where he wants to put those troops.
And just to reiterate on that, Jacob, I think Kenny's going to do just fine. He's an incredibly intelligent player, incredibly intelligent, mixed in with the teammates that he has now. You know, come on, I don't even know what their skill ceiling is going to be, quite honestly. But this is only the first glimpse that we have seen from EU. And make no mistake, even that old roster would always start off strong during the beginning of the season, but then they would also, you know, not fizzle out per se, but, you know, slow down as the season progressed. Obviously, a bit early to tell, but at least tonight, they are looking great. Map number 3 is going to be Harbor Escalation. It's going to be Team Queso versus Rebel. Rebel 2-0 up going into this map here with the slaying power they have. This could be a Rebel 3-0. They've got the momentum, and Demon is leading the charge.
And both of our series today could end in a 3-0, barring any miracles. Team Queso, I feel like each and every map and a lot of those situations, just like the one you saw with Demon Clutch jumping in 1v2, just get a little bit more and more deflated, and now it's like they're running on flats here as once again they get toppled over towards the winds. They immediately attack the neutral, and just like that in the blink of an eye, as quick as it starts, round number 1 is going to end. Rebel up 1-0.
Rebel, you scary. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is the thing, man. And I kind of brought the question to you, Jacob, at the beginning. And it's a natural question. It's like Team Queso, they stay together. You know, they stay together. They don't make any roster changes. They've, you know, had now an entire an entire phase to compete. They had that major that they competed in. And would that benefit them? Would that help them? Well, Rebel is a team that did make, you know, a change, you know, in quotations, right? Demon coming back into the fold. But make no mistake, right? Rebel was most successful when Demon was on the roster. Now that he's back, he's fitting right in. So even though Demon is theoretically a new addition to this Rebel roster, right? And again, I say that in quotes because he's not really new. He's been here before. If you guys have been following Gears Esports, hey, this roster, they already know what they need to do. They've got the roles solidified. So this roster technically is still a team that, you know, you could say stayed together.
Far. Like I said, there's those moments, just like I said about Outcast. Team Queso definitely has those moments. They get that first blood, taking out Demon, almost getting back-to-back, but Crack somehow living to fight another day thanks to Identivez going for another quick flank, and that's been 2 quick rounds where round number 1 went in the way of a triple cap domination, but round number 2, they're playing for objective. They're playing the role game instead of just going for a quick brute force triple cap domination, but SuMuNs should have got the revive first. That's all I'm going to say.
You love your revives. I will tell you that. You stay consistent in your commentary. Look, revive, hey. But you know what? Revives are essential. They really are. And getting your cleanups too, and not allowing somebody to stay alive and get a decap is just as equally as important, right? And I know we're always harping on that, but it looks like Rebel is back on the attack once again, and it is going to be a bit of a mismatch up top. Not anymore, though. Crack will pick up exclusive. Now it's a 2v2. Oh, man. Sleeafer can't get out either. The team fire is incredible as Rebel looks to retake control.
Yep, an early start from Team Queso was looking good. They haven't been unable to take back the lead so far. They still have 2 hills in the moment. Cristalize right now is just trying to buy time. You see nobody's going to try to aid him on that side of the map. They don't win the top boat as well. They have a 2v2 if they do want to try to contest that one with a third player trying to rotate over for both of these teams. So even though it's a 4-second lead for Team Queso, that one's going to go right out the window. So you have to use that to your advantage, that 4-second lead to try to break through the defense. But they're just getting stuffed left and right. And don't know how much utility they have to try to break through, so they're gonna have to go through this one dry. Another down. Quick revive coming through. Crack is finally gonna fall, but revives all around. There was 2 downs on the side of Team Queso. 1 player down and out. Make that 2. ReziK, he's by himself. He's gonna fall. Stack him up. Knock him down. 3 in a row. Cristalize, the last hope. But they're gonna try to triple cap domination regardless. He's gonna fall, and so is Team Queso in this round. Back-to-back round victories, or at least seemingly so, as who's going in. I didn't want to call it too early. But man, they had full control. 3 players on the hill, 1 player towards the backside, 2-0 lead for Rebel. And I got to go ahead and ask you, is there anything that you're seeing right now from Team Queso, or do you think it's just Rebel playing extremely well?
It's a good question. It's a really good question. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Rebel's just playing extremely well. I'm going to boil it down to that, quite honestly. There's multiple reasons why I say that. Demon has been phenomenal on the winch fight. He's been great. And you know, he's not that good on the winch fight if the stuns don't connect, right? If they're not well placed. And the stuns are being well placed to allow Demon to be as dominant as he is on that winch fight. That Stern fight that just occurred and went down, it was a good 3v3. Granted, no utility you mentioned from Team Queso to be able to kind of counteract that setup from Rebel, but that team fire was incredible. It really was. So at this point, I think Rebel is just quite honestly outclassing that of Team Queso. But Exclusive does start off strong. This is the best start we've seen from Team Queso yet.
Those moments right here, you can't get too greedy. We've seen those moments where they win that initial fight. They get over aggressive, trying to go for that triple cap domination. They lose 1, maybe 2 players, and things fall. I don't know if this one's going to be that case, though. Retro's great stun from Demon to kind of prolong the round. Quick revive's going to come through. Crack's trying to put out some fire. No triple cap just yet. Demon back-to-back downs. He's finally going to be cleaned up. Crack's back down. He gets an elimination to trade through, but that's where it's going to stop. Crack and Identivez fall, and the round's going to be secured by Team Queso. And honestly, you can't not let little moments like that, even though they were able to secure the round, that could have easily went sideways if they were able to kind of pop off, get a little bit closer to try to get those chunk shots.
Well, good job, though, from, Team Queso taking the momentum and really making it happen. We saw earlier on training grounds between Outcast and United, Outcast, trying to pop off and really get greedy. But in that case, this map is much more punishing, in my opinion, than that of TG, especially if you have such a dominant win like Team Queso just had. They won the winch fight. They won the 1v on dock. There's no reason why that domination doesn't come in, and naturally it does. That's a big round, okay? That is a huge round for the boys of Team Queso. Rebel, though, they've got the shock. That's going to be beneficial, but they're going to opt to pass off. You can't take it off of this start. Maybe second half, you're going to want to lock it in. This time around, though, you don't see that clash, that big headbutt down low like we've had in the previous 3 rounds. Rebel chooses to go up top.
Walk it off.
But Demon doesn't get over aggressive. Did not get the stun. Backs out. He knows Crack got the call. Back-to-back kills. Exclusive here. He's going to become a target as they try to backtrack. You see Demon already trying to sniff him out, but they have to deal with him first. But Sleeafer's going to buy some time on 2 different sides of the map, the middle and the home hill of Rebel right now. So even though he's not getting the cap, he's doing his job. And another elimination for Sleeafer. He's going to stagger out the death from Identivez. And even though Exclusive should go down here, I think Sleeafer winning those exchanges back-to-back is going to buy some time. It's just all about what Rebel does here. They have to be precise. They have to be quick to attack. They have control of the boat already, so sending another player on that positioning isn't going to be it, and somebody's not clapping.
Oh yeah!
That was Demon. I don't know what
he was wide, but he had to have been wide, but he had to been no respect.
I
don't know if that's worth it because you're giving up a massive lead.
A massive lead.
But if you go ahead and take this one, you're spitting on the grave at this point.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, definitely not worth it in my opinion. Demon, though, felt justified in doing it. I don't think Demon's worried. I really don't, okay? But hey, you got to respect Cristalize with that bolt talk and clearly taking Demon's head off. The revenge is settled. Cristalize taking the head off of Identivez as well. And was it worth it to Y button? Demon, did you have to show the love and dance like you did? I don't think so. This is going to be a Team Queso round, you'd have to assume.
You'd have to assume at this point, but sometimes the players of Rebel just don't go down. Demon just showing absolutely no respect to the competition, but he is back and he is beginning to just wanting to assert himself, assert his dominance in these situations. They get another one as Sleeafer does go down. No one is going to be able to be the hero for Team Queso as they begin to swarm. They want to get that positioning towards the out back first as SuMuNs begins to push up. Now it's going to be time as he gets a little bit of help from Demon. One's going to Lancer, one's going to Shotgun. They have a couple downs. It's about not getting greedy here. The eliminations will come to you, and they are going to be cleaned up there. And it's almost nobody's Sleeafer barring getting miracles. He has to get not only eliminations, he has to get multiple eliminations to come through, and he is going to get stuff. And Rebel come back down by a lot. Great effort from Sleeafer, great effort from Exclusive, but it just simply was not enough to topple over Rebel.
Man, all right. So first and foremost, there are certain teams you can't dance against like Demon was, but clearly he understands the positioning here and he feels confident, you know, against Team Queso. And for Rebel to win that round, despite, in my opinion, you know, just having fun, that's pretty telling. It honestly is. And I think you said it's kind of like spitting on the grave, right? Demon, you know, giving up that massive lead, and then all of a sudden now you got the win. Crack though popping off. He's got 11 eliminations in total. We've been hyping up everybody, but Crack was that player that when Demon had that exit, right? Hey, Crack needed to step up. Identivez as well, and Crack continues to step it up. Quite honestly, even though Rebel wasn't that successful in the last phase, who knows? You know, forcing Crack and Identivez to step up and slay out like they did might have improved them to kind of match that level of Demon, and that's why Rebel could be doing as well as they are now.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it. Vanquish, they have the formula, the blueprint. Aggressiveness is usually winning a lot of these games, a lot of these maps, no matter what the mode is, and no matter who their opposition is. So a lot of these teams, they're beginning to kind of mold, create their play style around that aggressive, all-out push, that war that they know these matches could turn into. Crack gets taken down, though, from Exclusive. That neutral is going to go on over Storm's Team Queso. Very, very early, though, so about a 10-point lead for Rebel. That one's going to be diminished in a few short moments, but as you can see where these players are kind of lined up off spawn, 2 players towards the low side, 1 player towards the top half of the map. That's going to be Identivez. He has the shot grenade as well, so maybe trying to give us false hope, acting like they're going to push down low as they try to attack the top side.
Shocks out. Cristalize gets out in the meantime. And Rebel will manage to pick up ReziK, at least in the meantime. Cristalize takes a little bit of damage, still going forward, though. Crack will fall. Team Queso is going to go in. They fill the opportunities there, but Identivez picks up 2, and he holds the top side position. Very well done from them. Now the question is, will Rebel extend themselves down low to go for the domination? It looks as if they're pumping the brakes, and honestly, that is the right play in my, at least in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of the times in this matchup so far, we've seen a lot of team-oriented plays. Exactly what you saw again. SuMuNs, he wins that 1v1 down low. Even though his team didn't win or lose that fight yet, he immediately got the decap and rotated, making sure his team could secure this round victory, making sure that they could set up as a unit. And that puts Crack down low, the newly respawned player, and that's where Demon, Identivez, SuMuNs is going to be positioned towards the top half of the map. You got 3 players from Team Queso getting ready for a re-push attempt come through. I think that's going to be Exclusive, Sleeafer, and Cristalize. Shock grenade is going to make them waste the utility, essentially. A brilliant shock grenade from Demon. Honestly, a basic one at best as well, but it is just perfect at the same time. And honestly, that's where you say, sometimes you just got to keep it simple. Don't do anything a little bit too much here in this situation that could cost you the game.
Demon with the Lancer fire in the corner. I mean, again, the team-oriented, just it's so... Oh, and he doubles back, but Cristalize, or Sleeafer, excuse me, will get 1, and that's going to be the second. That's going to be a retake up top. Of course, though, Team Queso, more work to be done. And Crack holding his ground. This is an important hill naturally to hold, and Identivez might take an opportunity to challenge Cristalize. I don't think Cristalize was ready for Identivez to be in that spot. A lot of damage has been done, and that's going to seal the deal for Rebel to take the 4-1 lead. Team Queso, they took too much of a point deficit, Jacob, and they needed to do a lot of things right in order to secure that round. Unfortunately, time wasn't on their side. Critical plays from Crack and Identivez result in Rebel having a 4-1 lead.
This is where you can kind of see, man, right now, I just feel like overall, this Rebel team has their roles cut out from, if they can, they're going to put SuMuNs down low. And this is after the initial. They're going to put SuMuNs down low in the 1v1 spot, especially on Harbor, where he has so much familiarity in that positioning, winning championships, multiple championships at that, letting his team do the work towards the top half of the map. And it just, everybody's just playing absolutely perfect. And you said it yourself. I think missing Demon for that short stint allowed or forced Crack and Identivez just to get a little bit more aggressive. And that just puts it more into the meta, more into the play style that wins a lot of these games we've seen overall.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, it could have been a blessing in disguise, quite honestly, you know. So, but either way, This could be the final round, and like you mentioned before, both semifinals could end in the way of 3-0. United's already in grand finals, waiting, watching to see who's going to be able to take this one, Rebel or Team Queso. It's looking like Rebel. Demon will spot Cristalize, double back, leaving exclusive by himself on the winch. You got ReziK up top still. Rebel continues to push up, and Crack's got exclusive. Very weak despite that, though. A good push from ReziK will take him down. Identivez now pushing up. Quite honestly, man, ReziK he's kind of hands full, but luckily he's got a little bit of help.
He needs some milk right now. He needs help. He needs something right now because he is a one-man army, and that's something me and Colin even spoke about. ReziK is going to be the best player in some of these matches, but they might not win because it is a team game, a team collective effort. And even though this team, I'm proud of them sticking together, that is one of the biggest things right now that I think they're missing is somebody to kind of pull them out from the depth. When they're losing like this situation, they need somebody that they trust, that they respect to pull them out from the depths. And I think that is going to be ReziK in terms of his play style. Back-to-back eliminations. He's not slowing down just yet. And look at the moves that he's making. He's not just bull rushing for eliminations, bull rushing for the hills. He's being a thorn in the side, getting eliminations, staying alive, making sure that these players have to worry about him time and time again. And they definitely turn things upside down in this round to go ahead and take it in a second one overall. They still trail 4-2 to Rebel, but if they can have more moments like that, more team-oriented plays led by ReziK, they can easily pull this one back.
Without question, ReziK playing as well as he just did in that last round was incredible. It really was. ReziK has had incredible pop-off moments throughout this series. Exclusive has been pulling his weight too. You know, again, though, it's not just one player, right? Team Queso collectively needs to play a little bit better, and they might be able to make it happen. ReziK clearly has put out that damage, 12,000, leading the team. In fact, second across all 8 players, only being bested by one who's at 13K.
Was it ReziK?
It looks... Huh?
I was like, who is it? ReziK?
No. No. ReziK's at 12K. He's in second. There's someone on a Rebel is at 13K, and that's gonna be Crack. So Crack's at 13K. Naturally, he's been putting in a ton of work, a ton of damage. Again, we always highlight Demon, but Crack is definitely a dominant slayer in his own right.
Gonna get multiple multi-kills towards the top half of the map. Insins versus Insins already towards the bottom half of the map. Looks like Sleeafer tried to use him towards that winch fight. Hopefully they can come out on top. Almost burning Demon alive, but he's going to be able to hold on to that bottom half. They lose a player towards the top half of the map, so it's not going to be able to be held by Identivez. He's going to have to be backed off. Shock Grenade is going to take out Demon, so full control over not only the neutral, but the entire boating area is going to go over to Team Queso. With that capture on the neutral, they're going to be the first team to gain the lead in this matchup, but it's going to be Rebel here. A chance to answer back. They have that shock grenade. They don't grab on the initial. They're going to put their troops into position. Once their player in Demon does spawn right back up, he's going to get the utility. So it's going to be about the Team Queso defense here.
Only worry that I have, though, Rebel, you know, playing around a little bit too much, you know, playing with their food, if you will. Demon dancing around, giving up the lead. Granted, they win that round, but Team Queso's all business, right? They have nothing to lose. Rebel has everything to lose at this point. They've got a 2-0 lead in the series. They're dominating this map 4-2. Team Queso could very easily still take this map, right? They are a scary threat. Case in point right there. Rebel throws everything in the kitchen sink to try and retake control for themselves. They fail.
He's down.
Sleeafer now is going to be able to push up onto Identivez, and again, Rebel needs to pull it together and understand that Team Queso is still a very serious threat.
SuMuNs. They left SuMuNs there, and he gets the decap, so they keep onto their home hill. They're going to get the neutral hill. They got the decap, the neutralization onto the Team Queso home hill. This is like worst case scenario here. This is why Colin, he's always scratched his head. Just do the work that the first time. You don't have to double back, and now you're just putting yourselves, or at least putting Rebel in a position here to come back into the game. Now they have the 2-1. You cut the deficit by SuMuNs, getting that triple neutralization here, so you're going to have to act quick if you're Team Queso. You'll have only so much of a cushion here before Rebel gets this lead to come right back, and he's trying to defend with only a little bit of help. First down is going to come through. SuMuNs trying to be the hero, but he only gets it down himself. Both of those players are going to get taken out. Identivez trying to clean up as many of these eliminations as possible, but I don't think he got any. So great retake attempt coming through from Team Queso, being able to hold on to their lead.
They've got momentum, Jacob. They really do. Team Queso wants to win this map. They want to continue to come back, and that's exactly what they are doing. They're looking scary. They really are. They have shut down Rebel on every retake opportunity. ReziK baiting out Demon, understanding his positioning. Demon needed to stay alive there. ReziK, hey, give it a little shimmy shake, again, that's going to be it for this round. Team Queso that much closer to coming back. That's going to be 4-3, Jacob. And at this point, Team Queso again has the momentum on their side. Rebel should have closed it out much earlier, but they decided to play around a little bit, and now it might bite them in the butt.
Now, I agree with you with that 100%. My only thing to kind of note on that situation is Team Queso, you kind of see once they kind of had something going for them early on, they got slapped down by Rebel, and it took them a long time to get back into this point to where we can think they're in control. They have momentum on their side, but Rebel, I just feel like once this round ends, they're going to another one. It's going to be a clean slate. So it's going to be much easier for them to try to bounce back and get control of the matchup again. So they're going to have to continue to play into way of perfection for Team Queso if they're looking to kind of come back, not only into this round, not only into this map, but the series overall, because they lose this map, they're out of there, and Rebel advance to our grand finals to take on United.
All right, here we go. Will this be the final round? Will Team Queso force a round 9? We're definitely going to find out very shortly. It looks like the headbutt fight is underway. Exclusive. He's going to get stunned there, and Rebel's going to take the opportunity to double back, go up top. Both players on each side, SuMuNs and Sleeafer, will pick up the instant to help out with the utility. In the meantime, though, Rebel still more work to be done. You can tell trying to just single out Cristalize and ReziK. Cristalize kind of pinned up Sleeafer as well. This should be a two-piece, and it looks like it's going to be.
Oh, they're just shooting them. Great decisions from Crack and Identivez to just pull out the cross weapons instead of chasing Exclusives by himself. He was distracted by Demon the whole time. Sleeafer's gonna fall. 4 players dead. You got 2 hills capped. You got the Identivez already starting with the 3rd, and that is going to be it. Rebel, new roster, new look, finding their play style very, very early on. They're gonna top over Team Queso 3-0 to advance to take on United in our grand finals.
Well done. This is going to be a big matchup, and quite honestly, a huge test for both rosters. We talked about how good Rebel's been playing. We talked about how good United's been playing. It's only natural to have them both face off. Granted, they earned it, and I want you guys to take note. Both teams, right? Rebel, United, currently undefeated in the bracket. They have made it all the way from yesterday, Sunday, to today on Monday without dropping a single map. Naturally, though, in grand finals, one team is going to drop a couple of maps. Ultimately, it's going to be 3 in total, and they're going to take the L. But it's going to be a good one, Jacob. It really is. I'm excited for it.
It definitely is, and you can kind of see it there again. ReziK with the most damage in the lobby. Just unfortunately, as a team, they're just unable to kind of pull it through. And that's one of the things. If this team does qualify for the Pro League, I'm really going to be looking at who is stepping up. Not in terms of slaying ability, not in terms of who's getting the most downs, who's getting the most eliminations or damage, but I'm going to look at who's going to step it up off that stat sheet. Who's going to be the voice of the team? Who's going to pull them up when things get rough? Because right there, it seemed like a lot of the rounds when they were kind of trailing, when they were getting stomped out by Rebel, it was a lot of individual play. It was like they were deflated, and nobody was really making the team-oriented play. Somebody has to step up and stop the bleeding. Somebody has to say, hey, let's waste our 15 seconds so that way we can use our full team collective effort. Talk about the different strategies. Talk about the retakes, even if you're stealing a strategy away from your opponent little by little, week after week, to try to make it go through, because I think they do have the talent in order to take out a lot of these teams. It's the teamwork, and like I said, whoever's stepping up as an individual in order to bring the team back into emotionally.
You know, emotionally, that's a big thing, right? Because certain teams are emotional based. Rebel could be one of those. I don't know about United just yet. Regardless, though, Jacob, grand final is going to be a lot of fun, chat, and you're not going to want to miss it. It's United playing against Rebel. We know Demon is back for Rebel. United obviously making some big changes as 2 veterans ended up leaving their roster. But regardless, one will only win tonight. I don't know who it's going to be. Keep the conversation going in chat. We'll be right back.